The Kumul Room at the Holiday Inn in Port Moresby was the venue for the dialogue on the subject of the PNG National General Elections 2022, discussing lessons learned as well as propositions for the electoral reforms and on the way forward. This event featured guest speaker Alan Bird, the Governor for East Sepik, Central Governor Rufina Pita and Ivan Pomaleu, Prime Minister and National Executive Council Chief Secretary and the Interdepartmental Election Committee Chairman as panelists. Governor for East Sepik and Chairman of the Special Parliamentary Committee on Election 2022, Alan Bird, spoke about the challenges he faced during the election.
For me, as I was in WeWork, waiting for the elections to be conducted, on the very first day I had word come through that in my district in particular, there was a bunch of young men who got upset that their names weren't on the common roll. And so they proceeded to destroy a ballot box. Fortunately, there were no votes in the box at the time. On the same day, in another part of ECP, the same thing happened. Again, their names went on the common roll. I had to get on radio and ask everyone to, well, first of all, I apologized and I said, look, we have to fix this.
During the panel discussion, female panelist and Member of Parliament Rufina Pita spoke about the hardships she faced and how she carried out awareness to educate those involved in the election process.
Actually did a lot more of that type of awareness. And I saw that it was very necessary to target people along the way, not just voters, but also people responsible for administering the elections. And I think that was important, as Governor Bird has pointed out. Both candidates and people are not trusting every person along the way that's responsible for the elections and the outcomes of it.
Prime Minister, National Executive Council Chief Secretary and the Interdepartmental Election Committee Chairman Ivan Pomaleu has signalled that voter education is needed and people should be more involved in the electoral process in taking ownership.
Those of you who observed the elections closer than I did would recognize that there are parts of the country that people took control and made sure that the process was what they wanted and they exercised their rights competently. And there were other places, of course, that we had challenges. So that's one area of work that we as a country would need to be thinking about. We, the people, need to take control of the process and make sure that what they want is delivered. There are obviously challenges to that, but that comes down to voter education, I think.
Discussions on reserved seats for women in Parliament and quotas for women in political parties were also raised as part of the discussion. As the chairman of the Special Parliamentary Committee on Election 2022, Governor Bird has stated that the election process has to be simplified as there is a lack of transparency.